Hello and welcome to this House of Wolves. As always, pull up your favorite drink and let's start today with our reading vlog. So today is Mother's Day in America, so if you are celebrating, happy Mother's Day. So I am in bed waiting for a little brunch. The quiche is in the oven baking. So I thought that this would be a great time to get started. So if you have seen on Instagram, there's a book that I'm going to be starting today. I am in the middle of reading a physical book and I don't have the dust jacket, but it is Black Cake. I am really enjoying it. That's about how far I am into the book. I think last night I did read to, let me look. Yeah, I did get to part 4 of the book. And so I'm going to be setting that aside for a couple of days because I am so excited. I have seen this book everywhere. And this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Sounds high fantasy. I've heard amazing things about it. Beautiful book. And so I am going to take advantage of Mother's Day and start. All right, so here we are. I'm going to be taking the outside off. And so I like to go into fantasy pretty blindly. So I don't know a whole lot about it. I do know that it obviously deals with dragons. I think it is with a school to learn how to fly on dragons. I have heard it's compared to Game of Thrones, so I am excited about that. And that there's kinds of like friends to enemies to lovers. So the inside has the beautiful map. I am so excited. I love books with maps. And then, as I was getting my paperclip into place yesterday, there's another map at the very beginning. So I am going to get a good little start on this right now and be back in a little bit to give you an update. Alright, little reading update, and I'm here with little Millie. I am not far in. I'm, I don't know, 40 something pages in. Just finished page 44, about to start chapter 4. I am enjoying it so far. I do have to say that getting into a new fantasy world is always kind of a slow process, but I do like it. So we are following Violet, who at 20 years old has to pick a quadrant to go into. So there's healers, scribes. Here, let me look up the other one. Infantry, and then the dragon riders. Unfortunately for Violet, she was born pretty sickly, and her father wanted her to become a scribe, but of course her mother is general, and so after her father's death, says that nope, she is going to be a dragon rider. So we start off on the day where they have to make a treacherous and very deadly walk across a canyon on a very narrow stone path, and lots and lots of people die on that. Luckily, of course, she makes it across, or else this book would be only 40 pages long. And so really good. You get to meet some people, of course, her arch enemy. And now they have all been put into different quadrants, and will start training. So I am really liking it. Like I said, it is slow getting into a new fantasy world, but I can't wait to keep going. I might take a little bit of a reading break right now and do something else. Maybe spend some time with my kids since it's Mother's Day. I don't know. And then I will read more and let you guys know how I am liking it then. Hello everyone, change of location. I've moved to the sofa. So I have not picked up the book again. I took a little bit of a break. Most of you don't know, I like playing The Sims on my computer. I have a lot of fun with it, and so I was able to get some good time playing The Sims today. And then I just got a new gel kit. That is my left hand. I am left-handed, so my right hand looks better. But I am here with the cat as always, and I have my book, so I'm hoping that I can get a little bit of reading done before dinner. It's about 4:30, so I should get some time. I should get some pages read before dinner time and continue getting into this new world and understanding how this kind of college works, this war college, if you will. So I am going to do that, and then I will let you know kind of my update soon. Good morning. Yeah, I guess this lighting works. It's a little dark, but that's okay. I am... Good morning! Alright, that's better lighting. I tried before and I didn't like the lighting. Okay, so I wanted to give a reading update for Fourth Wing. So yesterday, which was Mother's Day here, I got page 105, so chapter 9. I am really enjoying it so far. It's definitely, I wanted to keep picking it up throughout the day and reading more of it. It was a little bit of a, it's always hard getting into a new fantasy book where it's a new world and characters and rules and everything like that. I will say I have a pretty good feel of it now, and I like the main character, Violet. She's kind of underdog, which is kind of different. I'd say most recent fantasy books, the main character tends to be already very strong and capable and everything like that. And Violet is not. She is extremely weak. She has fragile bones and ligaments and everything like that. There's possibilities for some love interests, so that's exciting. I can't wait to see where that goes. And just having an understanding more of this war college that she is a part of, and the different lessons, not only for being able to fight, but also to be able to know the history and talk about current issues that the country is having and their thoughts on it. So I think that's an interesting take, to have these students be involved with that. I do like the fact that they have to go through 3 years, so that just sets us up for more books after this. I did see yesterday that the second book in this series comes out in November. Woohoo! So I am hoping today to sit down and read some more of this. We are about to start our schoolwork here, so hopefully this afternoon I'll get a nice little reading chunk in. My kids also have a dentist appointment, so I'll get some reading done then. But I'll let you know my next reading update, how it's going. Alright, it is Tuesday morning and I owe you guys an update. I have a large cup of coffee because it is a cloudy, rainy day here. Alright, that's a little bit better. It's a little too gray, so I needed to add some extra light. It is Tuesday and we don't have anything planned, which is fantastic because it is rainy. The only thing that we have to do is some schoolwork. So in a little bit, we are going to start with that. I might give you guys a little clip of what our school day looks like. We are excited to be heading towards the end of our school year. This is one of the last weeks that we will have all of our curriculum, and then in the next couple of weeks it will be dwindling down until we get to our very last week of school. So I'm super excited about that. All right, let me take a sip and then let's talk about Fourth Wing. All right, I surprisingly made time in my day to read this yesterday. It was a busy day. We had school, the kids had dentist appointments, everything like that. I got sucked into it and couldn't put it down yesterday afternoon. I read, I think, about 80 pages. So I am now up to page... Oh, I read more than that. I think I read about 100 pages yesterday, which is fantastic. I am up to chapter 18, page 207. So things are getting much more detailed, and I have to be more careful not to give any spoilers. I will say Violet is full main character, obviously. She is showing her stuff. She is proving everybody wrong. Everybody who had survived to this point had to basically do an obstacle course that went vertically up like a cliffside. And if you fall, that's it, you're dead. And then once they made it up there, they had to walk in front of all the dragons that were looking for riders for this year. There's not enough dragons for riders. And if the dragons sense that you are not up to their level that they want a rider, they incinerate you. After that, things get really interesting as they all have to go into the fields and hopefully find the dragon for them. And that's where things really get interesting. Can't say a whole lot more other than I am totally sucked in. So obviously there is dragon drama. There is love interest drama that I can see, you know, where things might head towards. I am really enjoying it. I am hoping to get a bunch of really good reading time in today. It is definitely YA. Yeah, we're following a bunch of 20-year-olds. Some of the things that they say or do are very YA, but that's fine because the whole rest of the story has me totally sucked in, and I am so interested to see where this goes. On that note, I am going to drink a bunch more coffee and get ready for the school day, and I will show you a little clip of me trying to get our schoolroom ready to go for today. All right, I am here about to call the kids in to get started. I have refilled my coffee, but I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what our morning looks like for homeschooling. So here's my planner. Here's everything that we accomplished yesterday, which is fantastic. We are reading Stuart Little right now. We are enjoying it. We're about that far through, so we'll read some of that. Then this is our history. We are using History Quest Middle Times. We just finished up Renaissance, and so we are moving to Russia. So that should be good. I think my kids will really like that, and that's my study guide for it. And then we are going through and reviewing Song School Spanish. And so I have printed out for them the worksheets that are in the back of the teacher's guide. I wish that there was a different way to print these out because it's not the easiest to copy. Anyways, but we are moving along with that. We are about to do our review of the chapter 11 words so that hopefully by the beginning of next school year we can finish book 1 and go into book 2. So that is what I have for our morning, and then hopefully this afternoon I will get some really good reading time in. All right, I owe an update. It has been a couple days since I have filmed. I will get to an update soon. I am setting something up really exciting. I got myself a camera for vlogging. So I am in the process of trying to figure it out. I did get a little microphone for it, and that has to charge. I should have looked at it last night, but I didn't. Hopefully my next video that I make will be on my new vlogging camera. My husband made fun of me because, of course, my phone camera is better quality, but I think it will just be easier to have everything right on a separate camera. Now to talk about the really exciting stuff. Fourth Wing. I am really, really loving it. I only have about 80 pages left. You can see I am going to be finishing it today. I love the main character, Violet. I love that she is an underdog, that she has just physical differences that she is able to adjust to a certain degree. Like, there are rules and guidelines and stuff like that, but she is able to make some adjustments. And I love that our main character is the underdog. That just, it's nice. It's a nice change that she isn't automatically, like, awesome at everything. Oh, she is pretty awesome. She's really awesome. It's hard because there's not a whole lot that I can say anymore about this book without giving spoilers, and I don't want this to be a spoiler video. I will say it is amazing seeing all the first years as they get a dragon, and then once they have a dragon, they acquire certain powers. Kind of, they're powers that the rider has always had, but now that they are connected with the dragon, they can easily access it and channel it without hopefully killing themselves. And I love it. I think that the world is really amazing. I can see where there might be some issues in later books, and that is exciting. I think that this type of fantasy is really accessible to people if you are not a big fantasy reader. It's an accessible world. The rules and guidelines in this world are easily accessible. There's some fantasy books that I read that you really have to pay attention. And they're still fun, but they're just a little bit more in-depth. And this one, I find that while it is in-depth and it's serious, it's easy to follow along with. As for some romantic interests, it did not disappoint. I have gotten to that point. It was a slow burn, which I thought was fantastic. I love a good slow burn. Yep, fantastic. Can't say more than that. Yeah, like I said, I have just kind of reached the point where there's not a whole lot of detail that I can say anymore. But the next video update that I give will be my end wrap up. I am so excited to finish this book, and then I have to wait until book 2 comes out in November. So on that note, we are heading to the park to hang out with some homeschool friends, and then I'm really hoping this afternoon I can get some good reading time in and finish the last 80 pages. Cheers! It is Friday, and I have finished Fourth Wing. It was very fitting to end the vlog where I started it. Yep. So this afternoon, I finished the last 80 pages of Fourth Wing. There's not a whole lot that I can say. It was gripping. There were things that I didn't quite guess. Absolutely loved it. It was blowing 5 stars. I really cannot wait until November to see where this story goes. I definitely read it so quickly, and now I have to wait. But it was amazing. I highly recommend that if you like any kind of fantasy, to pick this up. Even if you're kind of on the edge with fantasy, I really grew to love the characters, and it was amazing. So, yeah. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey this past week as I read this book. It was a lot of fun. I am hoping to do kind of a vlog like this every month. I think next month I'm going to be reading The Priory of the Orange Tree, and that is, it has, what, I think like 300 more pages than this, at least, probably more. As always, if you like these kinds of videos, make sure that you subscribe and like below, and I will be back for another video soon.